What's going on, guys? Welcome back. This time on the way to the pool. Today we're gonna have you guys along for a pool session, which is not as easy as it sounds here in Switzerland, because with filming and restrictions quite tricky. But one of my favorite pools, we're gonna head there now. It's 15 minutes out of Zurich by car. I'll show you afterwards what it is. Has a lot of light, 50-meter lanes, not so busy. In Zurich itself, it tends to be quite busy as well. So gonna follow along for a swim set, and also want to share with you things I optimized over the years as well, like my pre-swim routine. And I want to show you a lot about that. What I said earlier already regarding that is that swimming is a neuromuscular sport, right? So you want to be shortening the time with each stroke, that you have a high quality stroke. So swimming is just about doing as many high quality strokes with technique as possible without any interference of that. So if you have a proper warm-up where you show your muscles and your system how to do that stroke, and making sure that your mobility from all the relevant joints which you will go through is on point, because swimming is one thing. If you're a swimmer, if you're just swimming, you'll most likely have very good mobility, but if you do a lot of cycling and running, your mobility will get worse even if you are a swimmer. So you need to make sure that the most important joints are free, and we're gonna go through those ones. Yeah, so today I already had in the morning my 1 hour endurance run with the hill strides that I did in the morning. Normally I never swim in the afternoon. Now it's like 2 p.m. Normally I never do that. I always go in the morning, for the main reason that if you're not a swimmer who did in his youth 100-week case or like a lot of swimming, right, it's gonna be more difficult for you later in the day to get the quality stroke. So if you're in the morning, you're neuromuscularly fresh, you're cognitively fresh, you didn't do anything before yet, which studies have been shown that if you do taxing tasks before, cognitively, like work or all that, your actually ability to suffer as well is worse, and yeah, your movement will be worse. If you can imagine if you're sitting 8 hours in a chair, even if you do some mobility before, yeah, it's gonna be tricky to have a super fluent stroke. Swimmers can do it, some swimmers can do it for sure, but on average I always go in the morning, always feel best there as well. And yeah, also nice to get the most taxing one in terms of time, going there, going back, showering. We all know this, how it is as a triathlete, so it's good to get that out of the way in the morning, and then yeah, have the rest of the day as well. So let's head to the pool and then I'll show you the rest. We made it to the pool. This is my tool I'm going to use for afterwards, but before we actually start warming up the muscles, I want to check out my joints like I talked about. So I'm going to go through my classic ones. The first one is, especially with cycling a lot, right, your hips tend to be really tight, your low back and your general spine. So one go-to, remember, most of the times in the pool it's like a really hard surface, you can like stretch your quads like that on kneeling down, anything. So one of my go-tos is this way. Start this way so you see better. So you really push your hip all the way down. So then you already feel like, how tight are you? Is it like super tight? Then you gotta go do a bit more quad stretching in the evening, because the quads will tighten up from all that running in air position. So push it all the way down. Then you have the right foot in front, left hand you put just next to it. What you do then for your spine and the rotation that you need in your spine for swimming, you push the elbow down, and then you go all the way up. Push the elbow down, all the way up. When you go up, your eyes follow always the hand, so you want the full rotation. And while you go up, really push that hip down, gives you a nice stretch. I'll do like 3 times 10 of those, each side. Change. Remember, left foot, right hand, elbow down, push that hip down, and up. Sometimes I got like a nice little crack. There was in the back, always on one side. That's with me, then I know it's free. Second one is that you want the low back to be free, and also for swimming you need a certain mobility with extension in the spine. So what I do there is first I get the classic cobra, then I go from side to side, feel a bit how the tension is there, and from there I also do the calves. So what I do, just really from here, if you go a bit closer with the foot, it's tighter. You have to find a bit the spot where you can just put the heel down. That's like one of the calf muscles. If you're someone that cramps with your feet and your calves in swimming, this one will help you, because with a lot of running, that's just what happens. Your calves do get tight and pushing off the wall and all that. So this one can help you. Again, 3 times 10 of those. Yes. And then from there, you go to the calves. Also there, 2 to 3 times 10. Sometimes I hold it a bit, but important that you really find the angle where you can just push that heel down. Yes, those are the first ones. For the second one, you need a wall, just a bit of space, nothing fancy. But they can really test if you're, 2 things you can test. If your pecs are tight in different angles, which they need to be free for the recovery phase of the stroke over water. A lot of people can't do that because they're just so tight in their pecs. AO position makes you tight, running not so much, but mostly all that cycling in this position doesn't allow you to open up your chest, right? So what you do is, you just lean against the wall, like a little angle on your feet. Important, push your low back flat against the wall, then head against the wall, and you push elbow and wrists against the wall. Most people actually will not be able to do this because their low back lifts off, and then you see you gotta do some mobility work. So this one, what you want that in the whole range, so imagine like swimming, imagine I'm swimming, this is the movement. I go here with elbows and wrists all the way up. And for example, here I feel now, I'm lifting off, right? So this could be 2 things. Either it's your thoracic spine, which is this part up here that needs mobility, especially in extension. Black roll can help, the double balls can help, and what we just did there. And the other one is, which is most likely, is with me the case, is the pecs. So again, you go against the wall, you push your elbows and your wrists against, and then you go all the way up. Once you feel you lift off at some point, which is with me right now here, I take this angle and I stretch my pecs in this angle. Especially the forward angle, a bit higher. Sometimes there's a lats in there as well. I can show you this side. So really not just the classic one like this, but also up like this, and even all the way to the top. Because remember, during the stroke, you want to be going like this and all the way forward. So if you can't do it on dry land, no matter how much you want to steer that motion in the water, it will be difficult. So the idea is that low back flat, wrists and hands all the way to the top. See here I'm lifting off. I don't have contact anymore. So there I need to stretch the pecs. Then classic swim cords, you know those, you can get them anywhere. There are different resistances. Remember, for warm-up, in the beginning I did the mistake. I got a super hard one with the iron. That's maybe for Michael Phelps. But get one that's just enough, a little challenging, but you should be able to go through the full motion of the stroke. So I just use a steady surface. It could be like one of those iron things somewhere in the wall. But I use this one now. There. From there, just get into the pedals. It's the same. And then from there, I start with the front part of the stroke, right? So from here, really, what I'm working on right now is really getting my shoulder blade to the front and fixating that, and just getting the first part of the catch. Then I want the internal, external rotation to get going, that the muscles are firing, and not the pecs and all that are doing that. So just from here, fixate the scapula and rotate in. I do like 3 times 10 per side. outside, you can do like this. With this one, it's important that you push the elbow on the side, shoulder blade back, and from here rotate out. So don't lift off here, that's important. And then we go to the full stroke from that. So what we do is from here, catch phase, push, catch phase, push, catch phase. And I do a couple of doubles. So with these, I just do like 3 times 10 per side. Then I just feel I get a nice sweat going. I feel like everything is activated well. It's important that you really get the internal and external rotators of the shoulders going, right? Because if you don't, it will be difficult for you to get that front catch part. Because with the pecs you can't do it, right? There's different muscles in the shoulder that do the rotation to the inside, which is part of, yeah, most important part of the stroke. Some say that actually the catch phase, so this phase, it's just 20% of the stroke, but it makes up to 80% of your whole speed. And that I found to be true, so I'm working really on that at the moment to have a slow setup phase and then get the accelerations through here. Because at the moment, what I do is that I start quick when I up the pace, so I do a quick one here. You don't do this, you push down, and then you get slow through here. And you don't create speed with that, so enough talk, let's get in the water. Okay, so about today's set, I just did the warm-up. It's always different strokes, some kicking, again activation, remember, different strokes. Now we have 8 times 100, 50 single arm, 50 swim. That one really helps me as well to get the coordination right on my weak arm and strength as well, which is my left one. That's not the same. Then 8 times 50 descending, so like you get quicker, 1 to 4 quicker, 5 to 8 rep quicker. And then I have 2 sets of 8 times 25 meters band only sprints. So only with this one here is super good for activation and strength and cadence and rhythm. Really like that. With 200 easy, 2 sets of those. And then in the end we do 4 times 50 meters best effort live on camera, sponsored by IKEA. No, I'm just kidding, but they are really, call me by the way, they are really good with those bags here. They have them at every IKEA. If you have sets, you know, that you have to write down, you can just put them in those really tiny IKEA bags. Don't have to throw them away, reusable. I have this one for way too long, but it works. And yeah, and then 400 meter easy in the end. Today's a short set, it's just 3K. It's been a long time since I swam 3K. Mostly it's longer, but yeah. Okay, now we got end of the set. 4 times 50 meter all out. I'm gonna start on 30, so in 10 seconds. Remember the technique. Let's see where I'm at. 5, 4, 3. 33 seconds. Good, because I kept the stroke how I wanted to, so slow too fast. Not pushing down. Takes still a lot of focus not to do that, and I think times will go down once I get more of the hang of it. But happy with that. A few more and cool down, and then that's it for today. There, made it outside the pool. It was a good session, but now heading home. That's it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something on the way. Try out some of the things before the swim. That really changed a lot how I feel in the water. And I see you guys next week. Bye bye. I hope you enjoyed the video. You can really help me out if you like and subscribe, push your notification bell, comment below what you want to see next, and I see you in the next video.